Media. Folk media in the Philippines refers to traditional forms of communication that are deeply rooted in cultural practices, often combining elements of entertainment, education, and community values. This medium has been used for centuries as a vehicle for storytelling, social commentary, and cultural preservation. During the early years of communication studies in the 1950s, folk media became a focus for researchers studying indigenous communication methods. These forms of media played a significant role in the dissemination of information and social messaging, particularly in rural areas where modern media was less accessible. Examples and cultural significance. Folk media in the Philippines includes a variety of formats such as Balagtasan, a poetic debate that showcases wit and verbal artistry. Cenaculo and Pasyon. It is a dramatic representation of biblical stories performed during Holy Week. Balitaw. It is a traditional Visayan dance and song form used effectively in campaigns like family planning initiatives during the 1960s and 1970s. Comedia. It is a theatrical performance rooted in Spanish colonial traditions, often portraying battles between Christians and Moors. These traditional media forms serve as both entertainment and tools for education and moral instruction. They are particularly effective because they resonate with the audience's cultural values and experiences, allowing messages to be internalized more deeply. Role in development and communication. Folk media has been instrumental in various social campaigns, such as public health and family planning efforts in the mid-20th century. For instance, the Balitaw and other folk dramas were adopted to disseminate information about birth control and reproductive health. This approach proved successful in engaging communities, as the performances were relatable and interactive, bridging the gap between modern development goals and traditional lifestyles. Folk media in the Philippines share similarities with traditional media in neighboring Southeast Asian countries. Wayang Kulit from Indonesia. It is a shadow puppet theater known for its intricate storytelling and moral lessons. Bangsawan from Malaysia. It is a form of musical theater similar to the Philippines' zarzuela, blending local and colonial influences. These shared traditions highlight the interconnectedness of Southeast Asian cultures and the adaptability of folk media for local contexts. Modern relevance. Despite the rise of digital and mass media, folk media remains relevant in preserving cultural heritage and addressing grassroots issues. Efforts to document and adapt these traditional forms for contemporary use underscore their potential in sustainable development and cultural education.
Hi everyone, let's talk about music and how it connects us. Music is universal. It's something everyone understands, but at the same time, it's also unique to every culture. It communicates emotions, ideas, and life experiences in ways that words can't always do. Here in the Philippines, music is everywhere. From traditional kundiman to modern OPM, it reflects who we are. Music gives us a way to express ourselves and brings us together as a community. It's not just about the lyrics, it's also about the tone, rhythm, melody, and harmony that help communicate even the most complex emotions and ideas. Music is part of our daily lives and our big events. During fiestas, we have upbeat music for dancing. In religious gatherings, music helps us reflect and connect with our faith. Even in family celebrations, music creates a sense of togetherness. Songs like Bayan Ko carry messages of love for our country, while traditional rhythms like Tinikling reflect our shared joy and energy. This tells us that music isn't just for entertainment. It's a way to tell our stories and share our culture. It's how we communicate as individuals and as a community.
When in the Philippines, dance is not just to physically express and feel the music, but it can also be considered as a cultural language that tells a story, evoke emotions, and affirm its values as a Filipino. The Cariñosa is one of the known Filipino dances in the Philippines. The Cariñosa mostly leans towards and talks about love and affection, as this is portrayed by two partnered couples, as well as the red handkerchief, or a handkerchief in general, plays a significant role between two dancers, which their way of their dance leans towards a courtship type of physical movements. The cariñosa originated from the Spanish term cariñosa, which signifies the affectionate one, and it was to be connected to the lands of Visayas region, especially in Panay. Dances like cariñosa and pandango sa ilaw, which showcases romance and courtship dances between two couples or dancers, signifies the beauty of folk dances. It not only tells a story, but also highlights the professionalism of the dancers and shows the importance of respect, unity, as well as the community. The tinikling is known to be the national dance in the Philippines. The dance is known to have frequency when taking steps, following the beat and the rhythm of the music. The dance requires rapid footwork as it imitates the movements of a tinikling bird. This traditional dance requires two bamboo poles, as the dancer skillfully maneuvers between these as it claps together to create the beat. It shows that not only the Filipino dance culture only shows or represents expressions in dance, but also shows off a variety of styles including certain objects, which shows how unique and meaningful the Filipino dance culture is.
Lights, camera, action. Cinema or film is one of the most popular mediums for storytelling. With film, you can both see and hear a scene at the same time as if you were watching the perspective of another person. It's immersive and filled with endless possibilities. Films can be either fiction, where you can see an alternative reality that will draw you into a character's world. It can be live action or animation, fantasy or modern, comedy or tragedy. They can also be non-fiction, such as documentaries, which aim to inform or raise awareness about issues like poverty, wars, and climate change. If photos capture a moment in time, then films capture moments in motion. Because of this, film is an excellent medium to showcase culture and communicate it to audiences. Certain films have been made that showcase a culture through certain elements like their clothes, decorations, way of life, and even music. Films also prompt the audience to observe the scenes and decipher what is actually going on. Is the character happy? Are they upset? Why is the audience sad, but the character is smiling? Questions like these hook the audience into the film's message and topic. A favorite film of mine is definitely Coraline because of the enormous amount of Easter eggs that adds a lot of trivia and world building to the story. What about you? What film has hooked you in?
Literature is more than just a powerful communication tool. It's also an essential medium for expressing historical narratives, social issues, and cultural identity in the Philippines. All these stories not only entertain but also educate, offering a lens into our history, struggles, and dreams. Rizal's Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo were more than just books. They sparked a revolution by showing us the harsh realities of Spanish rule. These stories inspired us to fight for independence and justice. Jose Garcia Villa, known for his unique style and innovative poetry, revolutionized Philippine literature in English. His use of comma poems and distinct voice challenged traditional forms and opened up new ways of expression. Fast forward to Dekada 70, Luwalhati Bautista's novel gave us a raw look at life under martial law. It sparked conversations about democracy and human rights, reminding us of the value of freedom. Today, literature as we know it has evolved into different mediums, from print to digital platforms. And whether it's through books or social media, storytelling remains central to our culture. It connects generations and helps us better understand our shared experiences.